Hey guys, welcome to the video for today. So before we get started, I just ask you before I basically give your opinion on it, just give me a chance, okay? I'm not asking for a lot, I'm just asking for a chance. That's why you're here if you're a new viewer, or if you're a returning viewer and you just haven't subscribed yet. I just ask you just give me a chance, give me a week to prove that I can try and do the best that I can to my ability. Like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever you're gonna do. Let your friends know what's going on here. But anyways, let's get right on to the video. Bonjour mes amis, je suis le Léger Canadien, and welcome back to the Hockey Talk Show, where it's time to talk more hockey, because it's just a game that my Canadian ass loves so dearly. So let's start with the first piece of news we have on the day. The Hurricanes. They're re-signing goaltender Pyotr Kochetkov to a 4-year deal worth $2 million per season. I actually think that's actually a pretty good contract. Duration, I would have given him 3, but considering he's still young and he's actually been really good during his showings with the Hurricanes, I'm not going to deny that he probably deserves maybe a little more. But he's still young and he's still got a lot to learn. So I think that's a pretty good bridge for right now. Pretty good for right now, but definitely something we need to keep an eye on with Coach Chekhov. Now moving on, we actually have 2 trades we need to talk about that happened on Wednesday. This is going to be fun. So here we go. The first trade coming between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Arizona Coyotes. And the trade goes as follows. The trade is 1-for-1. The Toronto Maple Leafs acquire defenseman Connor Timmins from the Arizona Coyotes in exchange for forward Curtis Douglas. Douglas is a center, 6'9", nice. But the only reason that the Leafs traded for Timmins was because they got Jordy Beng was again relegated due to injury. So they needed a defenseman, and Connor Timmins was available pretty cheap. So they got a defenseman in Timmins. Not the best option in the world, considering he hasn't had too much of a good start in the NHL with the Coyotes. He had a couple stints that were mediocre at best with the Avalanche prior to the trade. But give what you will on that one. The second trade that happened was between the New York Rangers and the Minnesota Wild. And the trade is as follows. The New York Rangers acquired a 2025 fifth-round pick from the Minnesota Wild in exchange for Ryan Reeves. So it's an interesting choice that the Rangers are going with getting rid of one of their big enforcers, Ryan Reeves. This is interesting. So my question is, why did the Wild want the enforcer, but why did they get it for so cheap? Well, let me explain that, because enforcers in the NHL, they don't really go for, they're not really valued unless, they put up a ton of pointage, like Milan Lucic at his prime, right? So what you want about that, but this is actually a pretty okay deal. It was a serviceable enforcer for the Rangers to help keep their opponents in check whenever push came to shove. I think it's a good deal. I hope he does well in Minnesota. Just was not expecting that. Well, no, we got a waiver claim with the Red Wings claiming goaltender Magnus Hellberg off waivers from the Seattle Kraken. Nothing really to say there other than just, I guess, for depth reasons, but not even I know why they acquired him off waivers. Moving on, some sad news, I guess. Mark Pysyk, he was resting and was recovering from a torn Achilles that he had suffered, and he had underwent surgery for that in July. But recently, unfortunately, he has re-injured that Achilles. Yikes, dude. I don't know. I don't know if it's a re-tear, like a full re-tear or a partial re-tear or sprain or something just happened. But that is just fucking brutal. You don't want to see a player get hurt But you don't want to see a player get hurt from the same injury in the same leg, the same part. Yikes. Yikes, man. Get better, Pysick. Moving on, we have a first NHL goal to talk about. And it is actually a first from a different state. So Jake Sanderson, who was a Ottawa Senators draft pick a couple of years ago, if he was a top 5, he scored his first NHL goal in a game against the Vegas Golden Knights. Tied the game 1-1 at 1945, 15 seconds to go in the first. And with it, Jake Sanderson became the first player born in the state of Montana to score an NHL goal. That's another state down. That's another state down from that. Yeah, I mean, come on, you really be mad at that. You really can't. Hold on, we do have some tragic news, and I would like to really cover this one. Thursday morning, it was Thanksgiving Day. We were all gathering around on our tables and prepare to give thanks to where thanks was supposed to be given. But unfortunately, the hockey world suffered a loss. Borje Salming, a member of the Toronto Maple Leafs, passed away at the age of 71. The cause of death was due to his battle with ALS. In Sweden, 7 games were paused in the middle of the game so both teams could go to their blue lines and a moment of silence could be held for the late Borje Salming. He was an icon in the city of Toronto, spending a good majority of his career in Toronto, was an alternate captain for the longest time during his NHL career. And it is a damn shame that that's how he went out. It's a damn shame to go in any fashion, but ALS, that is a damn shame. He only was diagnosed with it back in August, but he fought until he could fight no more. Borje, 1951 to 2022, rest in peace, as we observe a moment of silence for the late Borje Salming. Thank you. Now, as we try to skirt away from that, we have some bizarre news, if you want to call it that. So, a water main break occurred in Nashville that significantly impacted the water level at Bridgestone Arena. This caused 2 games to be postponed. It caused the Avs Predators game to be postponed to a later date, and it caused the Predators Blue Jackets game that Saturday to be postponed as well. So 2 postponements again due to water main break, and as according to the team CEO, anywhere between 3 inches and 3 feet of water was affecting the loading dock areas, the locker room corridors, event level concourse, and team store. Good God, like what the? I understand it's a water main break, but they better have that fixed soon because you know people are going to be in a lot of shit if they don't. Moving on, the Winter Classic jerseys have been unveiled. The Penguins and Bruins both announcing their Winter Classic look for the upcoming, Winter Classic, as I said so many fucking times. So, because I can't show it to you because, my phone's a jackass, I'm going to try my best to describe to you the jerseys and what they look like. We'll start with the Penguins. Pretty much kind of like a plaid white background with 2 thin black stripes going through the middle of the crest and the sleeves. and with a big blocky yellow letter P that's in the middle of it, giving homage to the old days as the NHL Pittsburgh Pirates. Not the MLB's Pittsburgh Pirates, but that look is very similar to such, just without the curves in the corners. And that's like homage to the old 1925 Pittsburgh Pirates that played in the NHL, which I thought was really interesting. So they usually have like a penguin from like years past or something on the logo, but not this time. This time they went vintage, going back even before the existence of Pittsburgh. Well, the existence of the Pittsburgh Penguins, it is. For Boston, a little more simple, but also a little more cool. They got a plaid black jersey, some yellow stripes going around the middle to bottom of the sleeves and around the bottom of the jersey. The word Boston kind of arched on top of Math Bear. Math Bear is back. Math Bear is back. God, everyone loves Math Bear, even if you're not a Bruins fan like I am. You love Math Bear. And I think both jerseys look really good, and it's going to be really exciting to see that game at Fenway Park. I wish I could go, but tickets are like $300 a piece at the cheapest. Yikes. And the final piece of news, the Sabres are set to terminate the contract of Riley Sheahan. As is being reported, he did not want to report to his AHL assignment again, meaning this happened more than once, and thus the Sabres are like, yeah, you know what, fuck you, we'll just cut our losses. And probably understandably so, because if you're not willing to go do your assignment like you were told to do, chances are you're not going to be looked at favorably, are you? Take that with what you will. Take that with what you will. But that will do it for the Hockey Talk Show this week. So, hope you guys did enjoy. And if you did, leave a like, comment down below if you guys want to see anything next. And if you have not done so already, subscribe and join the Large Nation. And be prepared for this Thursday, because that is when the fundraiser charity, or much of my Christmas charity drive opens up. So look for that in the description starting Thursday. Until next time, je suis le Léger Canadien. Bonne nuit, bonne journée, et au revoir.